Greetings, my dear children of God, all of you. My soul, my spirit salutes the soul and spirit present in each and every one of you. Welcome to Aspire television program in Canada and on Internet TV. And welcome to 2012, the year of all these forecasts. Let us always have the meanings of life and the purpose of life in our view. Let us experience that purpose and meaning. You and the absolute eternal divine being are one. You are not the individual, the specific, and the temporary body. Always act in conformity with this. Let's persist in our meditation until the awareness that we are performing meditation or any spiritual practice disappears. Let us forget the ego. Let it melt and merge with all its layers of consciousness. There are some who, while meditating, strike at the mosquitoes that pester them. No, we must immerse ourselves in meditation until we transcend all the physical and mental urges and impulses. This sounds crazy in the modern world, right? Valmiki, the author of the Ramayana, was covered by an anthill that grew over him. People discovered his existence by his chants of Ram, Ram, that emanated from the anthill. Let's ignore the body, Deha, so that we may discover its indweller, Dehi. Let's not get engrossed in outer finery. Instead, let's delve deep within and discover the inner splendor of the soul. We continue the Message of the Lord series.
What you see here is that unlike the usual snakes and ladders in the Indian version, which by the way is based on spirituality, after a certain stage one reaches a safe zone. Once one is in the safe zone, merger with God is only a matter of time. As one becomes more and more refined, God gives a helping hand to pull the person over to Him, rather like a mother bending down to lift a child that is on the ground and crying. Do you want God to give a helping hand real quick? No problem, for Swami has given a simple formula for that. In fact, if you remember, that is the very first thing he did on 20th October 1940 when he announced to the world that he was the avatar of this age. In a nutshell, Swami says, always think of me and constantly chant my name, and that should help you navigate safely through the storms life inevitably throws up. This is the simplest way of breaking the cycle of repeated births and deaths. If you think about it, it is all a bit strange really. I mean, here we are, constantly hailing Swami as God, and all the time he says, my dear child, this is all you have to do to become one with me. In fact, I am waiting to extend my hand to you. But the sad thing is that you are making hardly any effort to come towards me. Why on earth is that? Here is Baba really trying hard to help us, and we don't want to grab his helping hand. Why? Swami explains it all as follows. He says, take a look at a really very young baby, just a few days old, say. Sometimes, for no apparent reason, the baby smiles. What is the baby smiling about? It is too young to know anything about the world, and yet it is smiling. The reason why the baby is smiling is because it is in touch with God from whom it has come. It is smiling because it is in communion with the Atma, which is its true nature. Do you understand? Do you follow? Swami continues, O man, Your true nature is the Atma, and Atma is bliss. So if you want to be happy, seek bliss, which would come to you only if you tune yourself to the Atma. But what do? The wrong thing. As a tiny baby, you seek me. But when you start growing up, you become fascinated by the world and start seeking happiness there. This starts in childhood, becomes a habit, and persists when you grow older. Result? God becomes a lower priority than the world because you think that the attractions of the world would give you more happiness than God.
God is always there, right? And he'll never go away. So what's the hurry to rush him up? In the meanwhile, what's wrong if I have some fun?
That precisely is how humans land up in trouble. And once you are in trouble, you cry for me, saying, "Oh, Swami, where are you? Can't you see I'm in deep trouble? Why don't you help me?" And so on. My dear fellow, I was always there in your heart, but did you ever bother to give me even a tinku? Ask yourself that question first. The answer is simple. If we forget God and pay too much attention to the world, problems would come to us like a fly rushes towards a sweet. Swami warns us against all this by repeatedly telling us, "Oh man, deluded by an enemy called desire, who poses as a friend, you go after cheap imitations in the wide world outside. Transient happiness is outside, while bliss is inside. The mind would always drag you to the outside, while the Atma always welcomes you inside. Listen to the voice of God within. Seek Him within, and you are sure to find bliss." How do I lead my regular life and yet maintain God focus? There are any number of ways of doing that, and in fact, Swami has mentioned many of them. For example, while going in a car, you can listen to bhajans and join the singing. You can try and help others and thus engage in service. This is another. Sometimes it becomes necessary to focus on one's job because that is important, like in the case of a pilot or surgeon. Obviously, when the surgeon is operating, he has to concentrate on what he is doing. Swami has given us a simple way out of this apparent difficulty. He says, "Just think of me before you start the surgery. Thereafter, you do your work the way you ought to. And when it is all over, just say a word of gratitude to God. That is all. If you do that, you would in fact be united with me throughout. And believe me, I shall see you through the most difficult of surgeries." And this formula can be adopted by anyone, including an airline pilot, for example.
The Sri Satya Sai Baba Center of Toronto, York invites all to weekly group devotional chants, spiritual discussions on Swami's teachings, human values and community service. All denominations are welcome for fellowship and experiencing the brotherhood of mankind. Please call numbers or visit website. Are you thinking about buying a home or selling yours? John Rameshnath is a broker with Home Life Response Realty, an experienced realtor for more than 20 years. Call John Rameshnath Bai Manbo to work for you. 416-801-8319. Caribbean Island Food Market at 3432 Weston Road for groceries, vegetables, fruits, meats and fishes. Holiday specials. Champion Chow Mein 5 packs $4.99. Yellow split peas $6.99 8 kg bag. Parabol rice $6.99 8 kg bag. Limit 2. Wholesale prices on goat and lamb. Liver, lights, runners and tripe available daily. All meats halal. $50 purchase, enter for a prize draw. Caribbean Island Food Market.
We thank you for joining us today on Aspire television program. Happy New Year to each and every one of you and your families. In our weekly review of spirituality, we study the teachings of our Guruji Sri Satya Sai Baba. Our worthiness is not measured by the number of temples we have visited or the quantity and the cost of the offerings we have made there. Do not calculate the length of time we have spent with the Lord's name and rejoice. Rather, let us calculate the time we have wasted away from the Lord and repent. How did Mother Sita in the epic Ramayana brave the taunts, insults, and tortures of the demonic aggressors in Lanka? What gave her the mental stamina? It was repetition of the Lord's name and nothing else. Always remember that desire, anger, greed, and hatred can never coexist with divinity. A tasty dish will become inedible if a drop of kerosene falls on it. One bad thought or action is sufficient to spoil the spiritual discipline built painstakingly over time. Let us have the divine name ever in our thoughts and we can brave any difficulty. Do call us for your greetings and commercials to be aired on this program. Here's this week's Aspire selection.
You would choose only the best for your family. Visit Homage Jewelry and see what's new, what's unique. Let's design with the latest technology. Let's give you affordable prices you can't believe. Still located in the Jade and Finch Mall. Also our new location on Highway 27.
Visit incredible India for 23 days of excitement. Explore North and South India, January, February 2012. The world's wonder Taj Mahal, historic and holy places, palaces, forts, castles and ancient landmarks, Haridwar, site of Kumbh Melas, boat ride waters of Kerala, popular hill station Uti, encounter cathedral city Bhubaneswar, Bollywood and shopping bazaars a must. Call Meena Eurojets for great prices. We thank you for waking up with us on your television program. Every week we share with you universal truths applicable to all humanity. Some people perform actions prompted by the desire for the fruits thereof. If an action does not yield desired results, they will not do that action again. Profit, gain, reward, result. Mankind seeks these alone, but this rule does not apply to those who take the Gita in their hands to drink the nectar of the Lord's message. Not all do yearn for the nectar. If you do, it is evident that you aspire for eternal joy and liberation. Then we must pay the price of giving up the desire for the fruits of our actions and dedicate everything at the feet of the Divine Being. Let us all desist from sin, injustice, and vice. Let us not insult elders, desert the virtuous, and wound the self-respect of the good. Let's dedicate ourselves to the cause of establishing Shanti and Saukya, peace and plenty in the world, and even if we must struggle, let's realize that justice is bound to win and prevail. Do call us for your greetings and commercials to be aired on this program. On behalf of all of our producers and advertisers, we wish you and your families a most prosperous New Year 2012. Here now is your weekly request album.
Visit incredible India for 23 days of excitement. Explore North and South India, January, February 2012. The world's wonder Taj Mahal, historic and holy places, palaces, forts, castles and ancient landmarks, Haridwar, site of Kumbh Melas, boat ride waters of Kerala, popular hill station Uti, encounter cathedral city Bhubaneswar, Bollywood and shopping bazaars a must. Call Meena Eurojets for great prices. The Three Rivers Kids Foundation charity invites you all to be a part of Mission Heartbeat 2012 for dinner and dance on Saturday, February 11th, 6 p.m. at the Shingar Banquet Hall, Brampton. Join us for an evening of entertainment and meet the children from Guyana who are going to India for critical surgeries. Ticket price $20 child, $40 adult, includes buffet appetizers, dinner, tassa,
DJ music, live entertainment, and cash bar. Please call for details.
You're tuned to Aspire television program across Canada and the United States. Our inner enemies, conceit, jealousy, anger, the craving to inform ourselves of the weakness of others and their failings, trickery, all these are obstacles on the spiritual path. Even if these qualities are not patently exhibited, the inner impulses urging us along these wrong directions are latent in the mind. Just as a room kept closed for a long period of time is open and found to be dust-ridden and foul-smelling, that room has to be cleaned and made habitable. So too, the mind has to be cleansed by meditation. Spiritual aspirants must examine the mind, its contents and condition by inward observation. By disciplined habits, the accumulated dirt should be removed little by little. Conceit, for example, is deep-rooted and unyielding. It may appear to be dead for some time, but it can sprout again any time. In the mind, it puts forth many branches and spreads in all directions as soon as a chance arises. So, spiritual aspirants must be always vigilant. Do call us for your greetings and commercials to be aired on this program. Here now is a special segment for you.
I think they like it, Owen. I think they like this one.
Ready? Let me try it again. Are we going to do this one together for you? We're going to go back to memories. How you go,
You would choose only the best for your family. Visit Homage Jewelry and see what's new, what's unique. Let's design with the latest technology. Let's give you affordable prices you can't believe. Still located in the Jane and Finch Mall. Also our new location on Highway 27.
Shop at Westwood Supermarket in Westwood Mall, Mississauga for groceries, fruits, vegetables, meats and fishes, holiday specials, Champion Chow Mein 5 packs $4.99, Yellow Split Peas $6.99 8 kg bag, Parboiled Rice $6.99 8 kg bag, Limit 2, wholesale prices on goat and lamb, liver lights, runners and tripe available daily, all meats halal, $50 purchase, enter for a prize draw. Westwood Supermarket, Westwood Mall. We hope you're all enjoying today's edition of Aspire television program. Whenever we desire the fruits of our actions, our karma, we will be born again and again, caught up in that desire. Let us give up that craving and we are liberated from the flux. The main point is to stick to the goal consistently. Our goal should be karma, action, not karma phala, the fruits of the actions. Be aware that the desire for the fruits of one's action is an indication of rajogun, the quality of passionate action resulting in pain. If we choose to remain inactive, it is an indication of tamogun, the quality of sloth and inaction leading to ignorance. That is even worse than rajogun. This lesson in the Bhagavad Gita was not for Arjuna alone. This advice is intended for every spiritual seeker and the whole of mankind. We'll end today's program with best wishes as usual. So until next week, same time and same channel, this is Buddy Singh for all of us here at Aspire Television Program, wishing all of you success in your aspirations and a most wonderful and prosperous 2012. God bless you all. Do take care of yourselves and others. We'll catch you later.
अकेला दिल on life's highway. अकेला दिल, yeah, that's my way. That's what I'm talking about. किसी के दिल में क्यों रहे, घर अपना छोड़ के, हो बस खुद का साथ ही, हाँ जीने के लिए, इस मोहब्बत के सिवा, और गम है by the way, और भी गम है by the way, yeah. One more time. Synth. Edit. दुनिया तो कहती है, कहती रह जाएगी, खुद जो ना समझेगी, तुमको समझाएगी.
There you go, all staring at me. You're losing your heart already. No, that don't impress me. Move over, move over.
आवारा दिल की भी कोई कहानी है. सुन लो यारो जरा, गा के सुनानी है. अकेला दिल on life's highway. अकेला दिल, yeah, that's my way. Here we go again. Oh, lonely baby.
Lonely baby. I know you want me to be